Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we working on a Cadet RZT 50-inch cut zero turn. They bought a belt for me back in, I believe it was the end of May, 1st of June. Brand new belt. It broke, and they brought it here today, and they want me to check out all the idler pulleys, make sure the blades are sharp, and they want to kind of know why that new belt broke. And they're kind of spendy belts, but when they brought it here the other day, all this grass was green, but it's all dried out now. But they were cutting really tall grass, and they're probably going fast. And these Cadet zero turns, for short grass, or you mow slow in tall grass, it leaves a nice smooth, they cut really good, they leave a nice smooth finish. But these decks aren't made to go fast in tall grass, because the decks aren't built like commercial decks where there's more gap around the blades where that grass can get thrown up and get shot out. So on these residential mowers on tall grass, he's got to mow a little bit slower. That's what I think, just by looking at all the grass on top of the deck and everything. But we'll jack it up, check everything out, make sure everything's all right, and sharpen the blades and put the new belt on. So hope you enjoy the video. All right, let's jack it up now. Okay, as you can see, all that grass build up under there. See, these decks are awesome for, cutting your grass around the house, if it's shorter grass. But when you get into tall grass, you just got to go slow, because these decks, they're just not designed to go fast in tall grass. Blades definitely need a sharpening. The way they got them stamped out, supposed to be good grass flow till it gets to the discharge chute, but when they get all packed in like this, it don't work properly. A lot of grass build up in here, and all it does is put a big strain on your belt, and the belt won't be able to take it no more, and it gets hot, then it breaks. On the residential mowers, you just gotta go slower in tall grass, and you'll be just fine and keep your deck clean. You'll kick the grass out now a lot better. Before I go any farther, might as well just sharpen the blades, get that done, then we'll work on putting the new belt back on. But yeah, they're just way so much grass build up on it. You can just tell how tall the cut grass is. And I'm sure they're trying to get done in a hurry, And a lot of these Cadets, it's a 15/16 socket. But yeah, they definitely need a sharpening. I'm sure that's part of the contribution for the belt breaking too. Because the sharper the blades, the less force it takes on the belt. So let's go over here and sharpen these blades. And when I start sharpening them, I usually go like back and forth like 10 times on one side, then do the same on the other side, make sure all the bad spots are gone and everything. And if I do more, if I have to do 15 on one side, then I'll go ahead and do 15 on the other side to keep the blade balanced. They're still in good shape. They still have a nice 90-degree corner on them. If they were like rounded off, you'd need new blades, but you still ain't too bad. Okay, there's 10 times. Still need a little sharper edge on, so we'll do 15 on each side. And Now we got a nice sharp edge. Okay, there's 15 times. Not sharpen this one there, so we'll do 20 times. Now that looks a lot better. Hit a few rocks, so there's 20 times. And 20. Probably same for that one there. Some big nicks in it and stuff. And there we go. Didn't realize how dull they were. They didn't look that dull on the mower, so I'm sure that had a lot to do with it, but you just gotta mow slower when you're in tall grass too. And always make sure these stars line up with the stars on the blade spindles or quills, whatever you want to call them. You don't want to mushroom them out, then you won't have a nice straight cut across. It'll be like different heights and stuff. And the wings always go up in the deck. Okay, now we can concentrate on the top of the deck now. Look at all the grass I got out from under the deck. There's a whole bunch more on top of the deck too, but let's lower this down a little bit. And we gotta take these covers off. Clean the top of this deck off. Looks like 1/2 inch. And in fact, let me bring the camera over here. These holes by the quills or spindles or mandrels, these holes actually do a purpose in how the deck gets. Air gets sucked in here, that helps discharge that grass too. And if them get plugged up, you can tell the difference on how the grass gets thrown out too. So always make sure these, all them holes around the spindles and stuff are nice and cleaned out too. These spindles don't look that old. They look like they were replaced at one time too. All right, let's go to the other side. All that grass build up there. Hey, look at that one. Get the air gun and finish blowing that out. Then you need to check all the spindles, make sure everything's free, all the idler pulleys. Everything looks really good. It actually looks like it was well taken care of. So I'm gonna blow that off. And the next step will be is put the new belt on. Okay, it's time to put the belt on. And a lot of times on the front edge of the deck, there'll be a sticker on how to put the belt. But this one, let's see if it's on this side over here. Sometimes the stickers fall off, or sometimes they don't put it on. But if you don't have if your belt is still on, you can make a map on a piece of paper on how the belt goes. But it's really simple to figure out. You can go online and punch up your model number, and they'll probably show you how to do it. But it's kind of simple. All the V pulleys, the belt goes like this, and all the flat idler pulleys like that one there, the back side of the belt goes on that. That's kind of how you figure it out. So we gotta put the belt on the PTO clutch in the back, and you might have to crawl back there and put it on. get on the creeper down here and put the belt on the PTO clutch. Sometimes it'll pop off and put on, especially on these long belts. Just like that. So now all we have to do is put the covers back on. Make sure all the twists are out. There. Can't have no twists in there in the belt. This is some longer belts. Takes a little bit longer, but make sure there ain't no twists in it. And everything lines up. And yeah, this little thing on the. But yeah, that's how you do it. The V pulleys are for the V part of the belt, and the flat outer pulleys are for the back part of the belt. You know, if you don't have a diagram or something. So when they come get it, I'm going to have to tell them, in the taller grass, just mow a little bit slower. Should be good to go. When the blades start getting dull, sharpen them, because that will shorten the life of the belt too. Thing probably weighs 50 pounds lighter too with all that grass taken out from the deck. Well, it seems working good again. Anyways, hope this video helps you out. Appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon.